It's you. There goes another statistic.
Unit ready to serve. Function concluded.
Hello, we are playing some Darktide. They just released an update. There's a new mission, new condition, and they buffed a bunch of weapons and added 2 new ones. So that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to get the one of them for my Zealot. They added a weapon for Zealot and a weapon for Ogre, which is the big guy. The weapon they added is called a Power Maw. It is essentially a big stick that you can power up to smack harder. I'm looking to see if the new mission I think that might be it. Power Matrix? No. You kidding me? New mission isn't in rotation right now? That sucks. Well, looks like I'm gonna be doing this one. Yeah, they buffed a bunch of weapons, auto guns. They buffed the chargeable las gun. They buffed the eviscerator. They buffed all chain weapons in general. They buffed. Oh, great.
Recon tells me there's a heretic supply train leaving Manufactorum HL1736 for the front lines. Can't ever have too many supplies, as my dear old quartermaster at arms used to say. You're the advance team. Secure the consignment yard and signal for reinforcements. Well within your capabilities.
Yeah, they buffed las guns, buffed, not las guns, buffed the charged las gun, buffed auto guns, buffed all chain weapons. They actually changed the animation for
call them soldiers.
Bolter, which is cool. So it used to be the takeout animation would be the end of the reload animation. They made it so it's just you pulling it out like this. That's pretty cool.
What is this place but a cathedral of war?
First stop's the production nexus. You can reach the consignment yard from there.
Time to die!
Another ranger sent to town!
As you can see, the voltage is really good. I mainly only use it to kill big dudes.
They toil
Ragers,
ardently in
'cause
the Emperor's name!
fighting Ragers is annoying. Because I have the sword, the parry sword, I can do it. It's just not as fun.
Sever the head, the body dies. Hound! Billy! Soldier! Gunner! Shot on target. Not the weak point!
Let's mess that up.
Gunner! Take them out!
All that goes.
Watch and learn! Keep me clear! Big beauty kill!
I didn't even
Aim
hear
and
that.
fire! Sniper! This is how it's done. My prayers are answered. Holy ammunition!
I don't know if they buff bots or something, but the bots are doing pretty well.
The barrel!
Hellshot inbound!
If the fight goes bad, take as many of them with you as you can. We fight to our last breath. The beneficent Emperor demands it! Got a good feeling about this shot.
We lost the Ranger!
Albus! You'll regret this! Kill shot ready.
Playing with bots, not gonna lie. It's kinda dull.
Rise no more, mutant!
Killed someone. Pressuring forward, yes, it
Grenade coming!
Scout bomber! I have just you!
must have unlimited ammo. I've just been taking all of it.
Ammunition! In the very nick of time!
It says they still have full ammo, so I think they do.
Move up through the workers' cloister. Keep your eyes peeled.
Historic surprise coming up! I bring redemption! Kill the Ranger! Next action, now!
Alright.
Parking's gone!
Dead Ranger!
Guide my hand! Beneficent Emperor, why have you forsaken me?
Stop letting the side die.
They are shooting!
Alright. Well, that was weird.
What a funny looking bunch, but we get the job done.
Don't be just!
Focus fire. Aye.
Loyalist scum!
Something, something! Sniper! Sniper!
That dog jumps on me, I think I'm dead.
Down kill!
Oh, I am ridiculously surprised no one has joined my game yet.
Let's hope we don't meet whatever made that hole. Search it!
I've got you now! Scriptures!
Kill shot looking for a score.
Face judgment, mutant!
Boy, Fanny!
Got a carcass dropper!
Where'd he go?
This one's for Cadia.
Dropper! Pray for mercy, dropper!
That's awkward. You can tell what's coming by the sound. That was the sound of the word.
Beware! The barrow is exploding!
Not all hot damage, fellas!
The beneficent Emperor is my
That
lord.
like cheering you keep hearing, it's my defensive perk rocking. That's every time I get a crit, my damage reduction for my my damage reduction for my toughness increases by 75%. It's pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. My I'm in just a horde like that, it's very hard to put me down. I just keep swinging.
Taking the shot!
Unless I get really unlucky and just don't get any crits.
Another battle won!
All the bots have the rage again.
Target.
Yeah, I think they buffed bots. Either they buffed bots or them just buffing the gun. Their bots' guns. It's really strong. Makes them actually useful.
Here's how your interrogator's dead. You need that door open.
He provides the means of death unto his servant! Anyone know what that is? A hound comes seeking judgment! Hey, idiot! We got the hound! Watch it! She's shooting!
One kill.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played through an entire mission with just bots.
Hands on here. Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Sinner! Mercy comes for you, master!
Dead Oxford!
Alright, so, of course, it's the one
Exfiltration
there.
faltering. Connection lost. Compensate.
They're in cover! He's on mercy! Kill the gunner!
Kill shot looking for a score.
Damn, so much damage.
Kill shot!
Interrogator not responding. Manual override required.
I got that.
Hold up! Empty! Reloading!
Data link back online. You are not a complete failure. Well done, I suppose.
I've got you now! My frag is dead!
Recollect. Retry. Resume. You have somehow succeeded in resolving the issue.
I feel like bots. I'm gonna keep saying this because last time I did a mission with bots, I got fucking destroyed. They didn't do anything. These bots are pretty damn good.
Completion.
I don't know if it's because they buffed bots in general in private games, or It's up there.
This is how it's done.
Trevor eliminated!
I hate when it puts it right behind the one, right behind it. It sucks. Alright, that was the last one.
it! Good work! Show off!
Join me in battle and be cleansed of sin!
Pop up, please. So, Sarah should be fine.
See how the Guardian delivers
I don't know if we're
judgment!
gonna play this or something else. Something else, I'll change it. Change the description. Match the game we played. If I remember. Yesterday I started playing Darktide, but I still hadn't seen what I was playing. Total War. So if I can remember.
Death is our blessing! Wait till the Emperor demands you die!
God damn, man.
Something new for the
Station!
That's it. Head for coolant control. The consignment yard is just after him.
Hey, I got a zone. Sniper.
Nightmares. Call them warp entities if you like. Doesn't make them any better.
Chino, this is why we are Jellyfield.
Shot on target.
Bloody bastard!
He's got an autogun.
Ammunition,
So he's
Guardian!
probably gonna need
Take
ammo
it!
before me.
Flying! At last!
Bolter's really good at taking out big guys like that.
Thou art doomed!
Nice. My favorite so far, like I said, I haven't tried the Power Mauler or Power Maul, but the Eviscerator is definitely my favorite melee weapon.
Heads down!
Gunner! Watch, learn, repeat. Got it?
To be tested! Carking hurts!
Attention, wound at once! Enemy are in cover!
There'll be a door released to the consignment yard somewhere.
I really want to see what happens if I get hit by a Poxburster while I have my defense active. See how either much or how little damage it does.
Hello, what's this?
Direct shot, Gunner!
This off! Unmask your sins!
I shall smite you!
Much needed.
This is the end!
Holy ammunition for a crusade, Guardian!
That ugly grin.
If you're not supported soon,
You need to group up.
target sighted! Faster! I am judgment!
Secure the consignment yard and await support.
Now getting up from that! Raise the Emperor's beneficence! Ammunition! The mutant rises no more!
Leave me
The
here.
veteran is slain! Flamer down! Hook Flamer!
Fire drag extinguished.
The Emperor provides ammunition, my friend!
Beginning capture.
Trap her! Do you want to serve the Emperor? Then get on! Another dead trapper! Medipack!
A most holy grenade. Get those skyfire defenses offline right now. You wouldn't want myself into crash and burn. The Ranger is dead.
Some payback.
I touch him.
See the truth.
Death to the mutant! Bleeding! Perisol, who choose fury over faith!
Let's go grab our little butt buddy over here. Oh, there's a fish.
Russia! Ranger lies slain!
Of course.
Guardian! On your feet! Ah! Grenade! Face your judgment, Trapper! Burn in hell, Tux Flamer!
Give me a moment, dude, and I'll help. I got split off with Pox Flamer.
Strike the weak point.
that sucked.
Mr. Master, the skies are clear. Step 2. Set a landing beacon running for your support team.
Just gotta hold out and we're good. I need ammo.
See how the beacon shines!
Good work. Reckon you can hold out until the support team arrives?
Holy ammunition!
Two mags. Shot on the tracker. That's a somewhere.
Hook flavor!
Master, see my deeds!
Taking a shot.
Halfway there. That's a sniper.
Check that! Sniper! Control yourself, priest! Trapper! You're tougher than this!
Hurry up.
We will slay them! Die, Summer!
Making surprise coming in.
Raise the Emperor's beneficence! Ammunition! Target eliminate! Jump gunner!
That is a terror. That is such a good spot for that gunner. Jesus.
Fight in his holy name!
Kill the rest. No backing now.
Send the head, the body dies.
About your holy word, priest.
Bombers are so annoying in this game, I'm not gonna lie.
Got a present for you.
Hold your ground.
The bomber is
Train secure. I'll take me those supply go when they need it.
target that top slimer!
Getting some payback.
Let's get out of here.
Time for a grenade!
I was hoping for an Emperor's gift. I think I'll probably play my sharpshooter. Yeah, so what was I saying before I started that match? Yeah, they buffed like everything. Pretty ridiculous. They buffed and nerfed chain weapons. They made it so that while the chain weapon is revved, which is its special ability, you can rev it. It deals, well, it hits slower, so it swings slower. But they buffed it so that when it's not revved, it swings faster. So. That's pretty good.
Oh, me. Oh, what now?
I don't know if Bloodletter was on these weapons already, but that would be really good for my build. So my build for my preacher is whenever I get a crit, plus 75% toughness damage reduction for 4 seconds. Just that's pretty damn good. Baseline, you already have 7% toughness damage reduction when you have an ally near you. So just those two together, really good. What's that? And it's additive instead of multiplicative, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's additive instead of multiplicative. So it's just a flat 82% damage reduction from your toughness for 4 seconds. Bloodletter, so that when I crit, I deal bleed, and when I hit a bleeding target, I have a higher chance to crit. So it just makes it so if I get that first crit on a target that has a lot of health, I can just keep critting. Benediction, more toughness damage reduction for all allies, so as long as you have an ally near you. That's just baseline 22% damage reduction for your toughness. And when you crit, it's 97, right? 97% toughness damage reduction for 4 seconds. It's ridiculous. It makes you stupid fucking tanky. You still get the bleed through from if you don't have 100% toughness, but it makes it so that you only take like maybe 1 or 2 damage through, and that's it. Because you're only taking 97% damage reduction, you're only taking like 1 or 2 toughness damage, which means only 1 or 2 health damage is getting through. Makes you stupid tanky. I took this Faith Restores All, so if I don't have my Faith Restored up, this will make it so I'm tanky as well. It essentially is a 25% damage reduction from your health. So whenever you take damage, 25% of that damage heals over 5 seconds. So it essentially means you take 25% less damage, as long as you give yourself time to heal between hits. This one would also be really good. Holy Revenant makes it so that when your Until Death procs, you heal whenever you hit someone, and you heal twice as much when you melee hit someone. So it makes it so that you get, so essentially the way toughness works right now, it makes Until Death very it's a one and done thing. It doesn't make it so that you can come back. All it does is make it so that you're saved and you can go get healing. Because toughness, toughness is if you have 100% toughness and you get melee hit, you take zero damage to your health because you have 100% toughness. If you have 95% toughness and you take a melee hit, you take 5% of that damage to your health. So, say you get hit, say you take 100 damage. Some crusher walks up, body slam, overhead swings your ass on the top of the head. You take 100 damage. If you have 95% toughness, you take 5 damage to your health and the rest to your toughness. When you get hit, it doesn't matter how much toughness you have after the hit. When you get hit, if you have 95% toughness, you take 5% to your health and 95% to your toughness. So yeah, when your toughness breaks, you're taking full damage to your health. So all toughness is a damage reduction to how much health damage you take. I can see why they did it. I never played Vermintide 2, but apparently Vermintide 2, there was a character called the Zealot, which could literally live on 1 HP throughout the entire mission because they just constantly regenerated overhealth, I think is what they call it in that game. It wasn't toughness like this, it was just more health on top of your health. And it was essentially like a buffer. Like you had to take all that damage before you could take any health damage. So yeah, they made it so they did that specifically to make it so that Zealot wasn't that strong in this game. Which, I don't know. In the beta, it was better. If you had full toughness, you took no damage from the first melee hit, and any time after that, you took a set amount. You took 10% of the damage. Didn't matter how much toughness you had, if you didn't have full, you took 10% of the damage. Which was a decent way to do it. I kind of liked that way. This way makes it so that you go down a lot faster if you're taking multiple hits back to back. Without your toughness breaking. So sometimes you can just literally die through your toughness. I mean, you could do that in the beta, but you had to have ridiculously low health for that to happen. Like 2 or 3 health for you to die through your toughness. Yeah. So you, like I said, you could take this, which would make it so that when you pop your invuln for 5 seconds, you start healing with the damage you deal. So it makes it so that you have a comeback mechanic instead of just all this is a save. This saves you for 5 seconds and you better get the fuck out of there and heal. This makes it so you can actually use it as a comeback mechanic. You pop your until death and you start fucking healing from swinging your weapon into a horde. And if you have a cleave weapon, you can fucking full heal from swinging into a horde while Holy Revenant's active. Then some people like Honor the Martyr. I think that one's kind of a waste, honestly. Because what Martyrdom does is it makes it so that, oh, they actually changed it. Interesting. So maybe it might be worth it now. So it used to be, all it did was increase your damage by 5. Not 5%, just 5. But it also had it so that you had to be missing 15 hit points. So you could just stack max HP Curios, I guess would be the plural. Anyway, you'd have to just stack. You could stack Curios and just take away your extra HP to get the plus 15 damage for everything. They actually changed it to make it so it's plus 5% damage for each 15% missing health. That doesn't make sense. 15... 90. You need to be missing... Is that 90? Yeah, that's 90. You need to be missing 90% of your health to get a 15% damage boost. That is shit. Yeah, that's still pretty bad. Like the damage, missing 45% of your health, not that big a deal. For a 15% damage boost. Actually, sorry, it wouldn't be 15% if you get the max stacks, 6 stacks. It would be 30% boost to damage, which is huge, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think having 10% of your max health is worth it with how the toughness works right now. You will go down so fast if you can't, if you get hit. You get hit like 3 times, you're down in tier 3 or 4s. And 4s you get hit twice and you're down with that little health. Not twice. I mean, twice after your stamina isn't, or your toughness isn't 100%. So you get hit once, your stamina is no longer 100%, and then you get hit 2 more times and you're down. On tier 4 difficulties, that's not a good perk, honestly. I prefer Rising Conviction, it's not as strong as the just base. You're missing health, you deal more damage, but it makes it so if you hit an enemy, you get plus 4% damage for 5 seconds. If you have a cleave weapon and you hit more than one enemy, you get multiple stacks, and it stacks up to 5 times. That's 20% damage boost just for hitting people. And I haven't tested. I'm pretty sure it refreshes every time you hit someone. I don't think the stacks fall independently. I'd have to test that actually. I can go test that at Meat Grinder here soon. And then Innovation of Death. I'm thinking of changing that for Purge the Wicked, because I don't crit enough to get this active very often. At least I don't feel like I do. So I think I'm just gonna go Purge the Wicked. I'm gonna test that in the Meat Grinder as well. If they have separate cooldowns, if the 2 charges have separate cooldowns, yes. If not, then I'll switch back to this one. There's no point. Alright, let's go to the Meat Grinder, test out these 2 perks. I just want to make sure they work the way I think they do.
I will be your light.
Meat Grinder.
In this
Meat Grinder just shows you all the enemies. If you're a certain level, I don't know what level you unlock every single enemy, but once you go into the Meat Grinder at like level 1, it'll show you like maybe 3 packs of enemies. As you level up, it'll show you more and more enemies. Alright, so these are Poxwalkers. They look like the zombie dudes with like makeshift weapons. I think these are called... I don't know what these are called. I'm gonna be honest with you. But these are not Poxwalkers. They're like people in the process of becoming Poxwalkers. These, I think the game classifies these as dregs. These guys, the ones in yellow, and scabs, the ones in the gray. I mean the armor. Then you have the Mauler. Scab Mauler, yeah. Scab Gunner. And Dredge Gunner, yeah. Dreg. So the guys in yellow are all dregs. The guys in black armor are scabs. Pretty easy to distinguish the 2. Color difference is really all there is. Maulers take a lot of damage. They actually take less damage from headshots, surprisingly. Their weak spot is their chest. Didn't know that for a while, actually, so just let you know. I bled him. Cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, the 5 stack at the bottom of my screen is the So the 5 stack at the bottom of my screen is my perk that makes it so that whenever I hit, I get 4% more damage. So it's at max stacks right now. This is just normal hitting. Also, he was bleeding. You can see that whenever I... Yep, see? Bleeding from my, my crit. This is a Crusher. They have the same thing as the, the Mauler. Their heads are not their weak spot. Their heads are more armored than the rest of their body. So, don't go for the head for them. Bulwarks are annoying as fuck if you're either a veteran without a bolter or a plasma gun, or a preacher who focuses almost all on melee. Because you cannot get through their shield at all. You have to go behind them. Even your crits, see, did you hear I crit there? Where is it? Come on, crit. Yep, see, that was a crit, and he's not bleeding. It doesn't go through armor. So they're very tough to get past, but if you have a bolter, it staggers them out of it. If you hit, Ogrins can do it too. If an Ogrin charges into a bulwark shield, they get staggered, if not knocked down. I know one of the perks for Ogrin makes them unstoppable, so they can charge straight through bulwarks and crushers and just completely knock them out of the way, like a normal enemy. These are Reapers. Very annoying. They're not too bad to deal with. With my sharpshooter, I can normally take them down pretty quickly. Their weak spot is their head, like most enemies without armor. Other than that, yeah, they just sit in the back line fucking and try and pin someone down. Pin one person down with fire. Hounds, already seen what hounds are. They run in, jump on an enemy, jump on an ally, and pin them down.
Face judgment, hellhound!
They're pretty annoying, but they're a pin monster, so they're supposed to do that to make your team stick together. The game actually spawns more of them if you're split up, just so you guys know. Flamer, this is a scab flamer. They're not too bad. You can hear them. The like click 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 you hear every now and then is them or the Tox flamer. Both of them,
Flamer!
yeah, both of them are pretty easy to hear coming. The Tox flamer, you can also hear him laughing every now and then. Snipers, telltale sign for them is the beam. They're when they're aiming, they have a what's it called? A laser sight, and you can actually hear when they're about to fire and dodge. It's not too difficult to. It's bad when you're like stuck in the middle of a horde, and you can't move. Then you're gonna get hit. But generally, dodging them isn't too bad. Bombers, probably the most annoying enemy in the game. They run just into where they can see you, throw a grenade like an NFL quarterback, like 60 yards, land pinpoint perfect right at your feet every time, and then they run away. It is so annoying, so bad. And they will just keep doing that over and over because they have a cooldown on when they can throw their grenade, so they'll throw it, run away out of field of view, and then come back and throw another one. And they will keep doing that until you kill them. They will chase you through the mission if you do not kill them. Trappers aren't too bad. They're really hard to hear a lot of the time. You can hear when they're about to fire, but it's very hard to hear them coming before that. You saw me dodge one trapper without seeing him. He was behind me. He was like slightly to my right and behind me, and I dodged backwards. Dodging backwards when you can't see the trapper is probably a terrible idea. I should have dodged to the side. But I knew I was in a small area, and I didn't think I could. I didn't think I had enough room to dodge the net if I dodged to one of the sides, because there was a fence on one side and the train on the other. So I dodged backwards and got lucky that he wasn't right behind me, because if he was right behind me, he would have hit me. Mutant, you've seen them. You hear them roar, and then they come running into where you guys are. They grab one reject, slam them on the ground a couple times, and throw them. I don't know what causes them to do it, but sometimes they'll slam you on the ground, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll just throw you. As far as I've seen, it might depend on your health, how much health you have. Because the only time I have never been, from what I've noticed anyway, I can't guarantee this, but I think it's when you're low health, they will not slam you on the ground, they'll just toss you. Because slamming on the ground counts as a melee hit, so it bleeds through your toughness. So they can just slam you on the ground 3 times, which they normally do it 3 times, and then toss you, and you lose half your health. It's pretty bad. Yeah, so that's all those. Then you got these guys. This is the Dreg Rager. Pretty easy to take care of. They're just really annoying in melee. If you have a gun, generally you shoot them. I love this sword because it makes fighting Ragers one-on-one stupid easy. Because you can just parry every time they try and hit you. Shotgunners are like the bane.
Direct shotgunner!
The bane of a zealot who isn't paying attention. If you don't notice a shotgunner, he can literally completely wipe out your toughness in 1 to 2 shots. And your damage reduction, your tankiness as a zealot comes from your toughness. So as soon as you lose that toughness, you're fucked. You better find that motherfucker and kill him. Generally you can okay, so they do have separate cooldowns. Cool. So I think I'll keep that. This is a Scab Shotgunner. Same principle, just more armored. These, actually, the Scab Rager, are the only Carapace armored enemy in the game where their head is still their weak spot. Oddly enough. The other two, the Mauler and the Crusher, their chest is their weak spot. It's really weird. I don't know why. But yeah, that's all the enemies, and we tested out the 2 perks I wanted to test out, so I think I am definitely going to keep those 2. Purge the Wicked and Rising Conviction. So yeah. This one's also apparently this one I haven't used it, but I've been told by other people that the movement speed doesn't feel very good, but the not being stunned by melees is really good. And then where is it? This one almost useless. Whenever you grant a stack of martyrdom, you take damage, and all it does is give your team incoherency, 20% power for 5 seconds. It's awful. You don't want to be losing health in the first place, so there's no point in doing that. So bloodletting, the perk I was using before bloodletting was actually punishment, because it is really good at letting you take care of hordes, especially with an eviscerator. Eviscerators have a push attack, and then they sweep with their weapon after the push attack, and it hits so many people. It hits like almost everyone in front of you. I don't think it can be stopped unless you're hitting a carapace target, and when you're revved. If you're revved when you do the sweep, you'll stop at the first person and rip him in half, or attempt to rip them in half. But this makes it so that if you hit 3 or more enemies with that sweeping attack, that's really easy in a horde. With the eviscerator, you get 30% extra impact for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 5 times. And then at max stacks, you gain uninterruptible, which makes it so that you cannot be interrupted no matter what you are doing for 5 seconds. The stacks continue to stack as long as you're hitting 3 or more people. So you can continue to have an uninterruptible until you drop your stacks. But the 30% impact is stagger. So when you do that shove and then sweep, that sweep you're hitting 3 or more people, at least if you're in a horde. And that shove gets stronger and stronger every time you hit 3 or more people with that sweep. So you can send people flying. It's hilarious. I've walked into hordes with this perk on and just knocked all of them down. Just fucking spamming the push and sweep attack. It's so good. But bloodletting makes it so that my faith restored procs faster, so I've been keeping this. So, yeah, that's... Actually, I do want to see. Okay, so see, it does more damage to the chest. And this gun actually has pierce. Also, look at that. Blew his face mask up. Yeah, see, still does more damage on the chest. I don't know. Carapace enemies just have more armor on their head, except for that one, which is weird. Also, the difference in armors. I know some people get confused because on weapons, I don't think I have a weapon that has it right now. No, I don't. So these perks that say like 20% damage to unarmored enemies. That means anything without armor, which is poxwalkers, these guys, and dregs. Scabs have armor. Scabs have flak armor specifically. So if you yeah, scabs have flak armor, except for this guy and that scab. So flak armor, flak armor, flak armor, flak armor, enemy. These two, I don't know. I think this guy doesn't have armor. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he has flak armor. He has carapace armor. Carapace armor, flak armor. That one I don't know. I think they might count it as flak. Probably not though. Flak, flak. I don't think that one has armor. That one definitely doesn't have armor. No armor. No armor. No armor. I don't think that one has armor. Flak, carapace. So, in all actuality, there's only 3 enemies, 3, possibly 4 enemies in the game that have carapace armor. So yes, having a weapon that does extra damage to carapace targets can be good, but it's just not strictly... You're not going to run into as many carapace armor units as you are flak armor units. So if it's a gun or a melee weapon that you're specifically using to take down carapace armor targets, yeah, it's great. But other than that, no, it's pretty terrible. I normally try and go for... You can get weapons that have just straight damage. Yeah, so like this one. Plus 8% range critical hit damage is good. Increased range critical hit chance by 4%. Decent. So this one, plus 20% damage to infested enemies. I think infested enemies are these guys, the mutant, and the hound. I think those are the only, and then the monstrosities. I think those are the only infested enemies. So that one doesn't cover a lot of the enemies either. Yeah, specialists. So I could never... There's probably a video, honestly, that tells you the difference between a specialist and an elite. But I'm pretty sure specialists are like the gunners, the sniper, the flamers, the bombers, the trapper, and the ragers. I think elites are like the mauler, the ogrins, and the dog. Shotguns are specialists as well, my bad. But yeah. And then maniacs, those are just... Are those might be these guys right here, maniacs, honestly. Now that I think about it. It would make sense. And unarmored enemies. I already explained that one. But yeah, I am going to go to the bathroom, but I will exit the exit the meat grinder. I don't even know how to say that word, honestly. I'm gonna let this load, and I will be right back.
Sergeant Major, your operatives' reports lack sufficient data. I must know everything that occurs.
Yeah? Like you're not already listening in to every Vox channel on the Morning Star already?
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. Let's see. Shouldn't have done that. Is it gonna black screen on me? Yes it is. Give me one moment. Alright, cool.
Hearing your name a lot.
Oh, mate. Yeah, proceed. There
Alright,
goes
so we went over
another
everything for the,
I will
Zealot.
do as you wish.
I'll show you guys my build for my Psyker.
Well,
I'll switch over to my sharpshooter. I'll show you the build of sharpshooter I want, and the one I'm currently using are different at the moment because the build to level up a sharpshooter I'm using different from the one I actually want eventually, because the perks I'm using now are just to help speed up lower tier missions. Alright. Let me just check my
We are all
items real quick.
servants of Inquisitor Gren.
Nothing really good. Alright.
You are.
For my build, so currently I have an axe. I'd rather have a chainsword here, but my axe is just way better. I don't know what I have. Oh, I know I have that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I would like a chainsword that's about the same rating as this axe, if not close. This one's just a little too low for my liking. I could try and upgrade it to get a transcendent, aka legendary, but the damage numbers are just a little low. My favorite staff, the Poor Goddess Force Staff. It's a flame staff, shoots blue fire. My favorite. Apparently the electric staff is like meta right now, but I prefer the fire one. I said that in my last stream. Toughness, max stamina, toughness. I'd rather have max health for the Psyker. Honestly, toughness isn't really that good on the Psyker because you don't have anything. I'd rather have lower max so that you can recharge it faster, is what I mean. But yeah, I'm keeping the XP Curios, whatever. I'm keeping the XP ones in case they add like either a DLC that increases the max level or a subclasses, but you get to keep your items, which is my hope against hope. I really don't want to make a brand new character just to try out a subclass. That would suck. But yeah, so this is my build. The normal one, Brain Burst is your grenade, 10% extra damage to elites for allies in coherency. You knock down a huge wave of enemies in front of you, and 50% quell your peril. Warp charges give you 3% more damage, and they last 25 seconds. You can store up to 4. They actually changed that. It used to be, like, I'm pretty sure it used to be like 15 seconds. And then 10% chance to quell 10% peril on kill, which when you're like cleaving through swaths of enemies, it's pretty pops pretty often, if I'm honest. So the first perk I have is Essence Harvest. Replenish 30% toughness over 5 seconds on gaining a warp charge. So if you are not using this specific build, then this one would be better. Warp Absorption. Replenish 10% toughness when you kill an enemy with a warp charge. Warp Attack. It makes it so that if you kill an enemy with a warp sword or a staff or your Brain Burst, you get toughness back. So it's not as stringent to just warp charges. I prefer this one specifically because my build gets warp charges really easily. Psychonetics Wrath. You gain between 5 and 15% damage with force weapon attacks based on your current peril. Higher your peril, more damage you deal with your force weapons. I don't have a force melee weapon, specifically because I want to be able to use something that doesn't give me more peril if I need to. But my staff, extra damage when I have higher peril, pretty damn good. Inner Tranquility is the one I might switch it out for every now and then. Makes it so whenever you gain a warp charge, you gain less peril from everything, which is just all around good. The problem is I just don't keep my warp charges long enough, because I don't try and keep them stacked for this to be as effective as I would like. Killing an elite or specialist with brain burst applies 2 stacks of soul blades to all enemies within 3 meters of the target. This one's kind of meh. Soul blaze is decent. It's essentially just you light them on fire. But it's, in all honesty, I've just never seen the point of taking this one over these two. These two are just really good compared to this one just being meh. Psychic Commune, really, like, not the backbone to this build, but you need it if you want to do this specific build. Whenever you or an ally in coherency kills an enemy, you have a 4% chance to gain a warp charge. Any kill that you or an ally near you gets has a 4% chance to get you a warp charge. If you have someone on your team, a psyker, not a psyker, what's it called? A preacher, a zealot on your team that has a flamethrower, and you have your flame staff, and you are just mowing down hordes of enemies, this will proc so often it's not even funny. I've gotten max stacks. I've gotten max warp charge stacks, which is 4, just from using my flame staff into a horde of enemies because of this perk. It's so good. The 4% chance is kind of shit. The fact that it's only 4% chance to do it is fair because of how many enemies are in the game when you're playing. Some people like this one, Psychonetics Aura, 15% combat ability cooldown. Allies and coherency on elite kill. So you cool down everyone's. I actually don't know if it cools down everyone's, but I know for a fact it cools down your Psychonetics Wrath faster, 15% faster. Whenever you or an ally in coherency kill an elite, which is pretty good. Damage causes them to take. This one's again meh. As the psyker, your job is to take down elites with your brain burst. So you giving everyone else more damage against the target you tried to brain burst is just meh. In a intense horde situation, they're gonna be focusing other enemies. They're not gonna be focusing the one you're popping, because you're popping it. So they shouldn't need to focus it. So that one's just, unless you're like really team oriented, that one's not that good. So Psychic Commune, Kinetic Deflection, while below critical peril, blocking an attack causes you to gain peril instead of losing stamina. This one in conjunction with this isn't too bad, but I feel like you can kill yourself with this. Not kill yourself, but you can get it to a point where you can't do shit with your staff or your brain burst because you're blocking so much. So don't really like it. So this one makes it so you take less toughness damage depending on how many warp charges you have. Honestly, again, not really necessary. And this build, I don't really focus on getting warp charges and keeping them. So, yeah, not really. Sorry. I do focus on getting warp charges. I don't focus on keeping them. I don't need to keep them for my damage to be good. Mind in Motion is the best, hands down, in this level. You can quell without your movement speed being reduced. So good, almost necessary in most cases. If you don't have this perk when you're quelling your peril, you move so slow it's not even funny. Like, you might as well not even move. Some people like warp battery. Again, if you're trying to keep your warp charges really good, if you're good at keeping them, this will make your damage so good. So it's 12% normally, and then this makes it so it's at max stacks. It's, why am I brain fart? 18%. So 18% extra damage from literally everything you do, just for having max stacks. Really good. Honestly, not the one I normally pick for this tree, but that one can be one if you prefer that. The more damage, if you like to try and keep your stacks up. Kinetic overload. So this one's okay. While at max warp charges, gaining a warp charge instead applies 4 stacks of Soul Blaze to a nearby enemy, prioritizing elite enemies. So this one would be better if it was enemies around you in an area, not just one. If it was enemies around you in an area, I would probably take this one, honestly. But it just being one makes it so it's not really worth it. Kinetic Flare is the one I take in this one. Obviously, it is really good. Anytime you hit anyone with anything, 10% chance to free Brain Burst them, as long as you're not at critical peril, on a 15-second cooldown. So good, considering that it's a 10% chance, and you have a fucking flamethrower, essentially. You are going to proc this so goddamn like, almost every time it's off cooldown, you're going to proc it, if you're flaming into a horde. It's so good. If you're focusing on a Brain Burst build, this one is really good. Makes it so that for 10 seconds after you Psychonetic's Wrath, you charge Brain Burst faster, and it costs less peril. Makes it so that you can pop them out so fast. The general rule of thumb is you can, without having to quell, you can Brain Burst, I think it's 3 times. You can Brain Burst 3 times, activate your Psychonetic's Wrath, Brain Burst 2 more times. That's 5 times. If you have this perk, that changes it to make it so you can Brain Burst 3, Psychonetic's Wrath, then Brain Burst 4. Which is crazy. So it literally almost doubles your damage. It's pretty good. Your chain damage, like using all your stuff to deal damage, it almost doubles it. It's pretty good. Quicken, I don't rarely ever see anyone use Quicken. It uses up all your warp charges, and the more warp charges you have, the more it cools down your Psychonetic's Wrath when you cast it. I can see how it would be good, but it just doesn't compare to the other two. Like, there's no way. Ascendance Blaze, this is the reason I was saying that we don't keep our warp charges. So it expends all warp charge stacks, and for each stack of warp charge, we apply a stack of Soul Blaze to an enemy. If an enemy is killed by Soul Blaze effects, which includes our staff is counted as Soul Blaze, because that Soul Blaze is just blue fire. Have a 10% chance to gain a warp charge, so it makes our flame staff even better. So we have, if you remember, we have a 4% chance to gain warp charges whenever we or an ally in coherency kills someone. We have a 10% chance for a Brain Burst whenever we hit someone, which if it kills, gives us a warp charge because it's a Brain Burst kill. Then, this makes it so our staff, our main weapon, gives you a 10% chance on kill to get a warp charge. You are constantly getting warp charges with this build, and then you just pop all 4 charges, all 4 charges to light up like a whole horde of enemies on fire. I love it. Using this build, you constantly are gaining charges and then spending them to light an entire horde on fire. It is so fun. Most people don't play like this with this build. Most people play Warp Absorption, Inner Tranquility, Psykinetics Aura, Mind in Motion, Warp Battery, and Connects Barrage. What that does is it makes it so you are a brain burst machine. You do very little of anything else, and you just pop heads like crazy whenever you can. Because it makes it so that your Psykinetics Wrath is on a lower cooldown whenever you kill an elite, and because you're going to be brain bursting most of the time, you're going to be killing quite a few elites. Makes it so that you can constantly be using brain burst with Psykinetic Barrage. Honestly, it's just really good. And then max stacks of 6. If you can keep your stacks up, that's an 18% increase to all your damage. Honestly, it's a pretty good build. I just don't like the fact that when you go that build, you have to almost constantly have your brain burst out. Using any other weapon has a chance of you dropping your stacks. So I prefer this build where it's just you can use whatever weapon you want, you can pop heads if you want, you can, yeah. I mean, it's obviously better if you use Fire Staff because of this, but you can instead, if you wanted to, trade it out for the Quicken and not use the Fire Staff. Honestly. But yeah, that's that build. And did I check the store? I don't think I checked the store. Let me check the store real quick. I'm looking for a better Fire Staff, honestly. Ooh. Blue to purple. I don't remember how much of a jump blue to purple is. Give me one moment. Also, they added a new crafting thing in the update today. Haven't checked that out yet, if I'm honest.
Each weapon is a relic. It should be cared
refine
for
item.
as such.
So the jump is 10 to 25, I'm assuming. Yeah, it looks like 10 to 25. So, and this is 406. So that would be, this is like what, 370? So yeah, that wouldn't get up to scratch. But refine item. Yeah, range weak spot damage. You don't get weak spot damage with a flamethrower, so fuck it.
The machine god is most generous.
Yeah, that works. I like that. Cool. 8% range damage against groaners and poxwalkers. It's not bad. Cool.
Departure.
I guess I'll do one mission as my psyker before I switch over to my sharpshooter. Might as well. Wait a second. They did not have this. Oh, cool. You can look at your penances here. This was not a thing before. Yeah, cliffhanger. I still need to get that one.
Greetings.
Alright, let's do a mission. Raid. Honestly, I might do this one. I don't really like... espionage is the one mission I should do, because it's the easiest one to try and get cliffhanger on. Yeah, let's do that one. Fuck it. We can try and get the cliffhanger penance while we're there.
agitator array hidden in the
Just
turret.
joining someone.
The heretics use it for gathering intel, so let's exploit that. You'll need cipher idents, but your servo skull can track those down. Uploading the data should be simple enough. Keep your heads and you'll do fine.
I feel like matchmaking is gonna get less and less now that they added public and private matches. Just makes it so that people who are playing in 3-mans or 2-mans who don't want randos can just say no. So before it was you were randomly thrown in with people if they were doing the same mission. So now if they have a private match, you obviously can't join. Oh, also private matches, you cannot do private matches alone. You have to do them with at least one other person in your fire team.
Rivalry between the Pillars Dwellers is every bit as vicious as between the High Gang.
Ammo!
Yeah, I'm a little too used to playing Preacher. So
They can be restored.
Hold! Ready your weapons!
Stacks up. Yeah, one word. More fire.
Yes, yes, yes! Very impressive!
Try not to linger in Ragtown. It's dangerous at the best of times.
We essentially have 2 flamethrowers, so hearts like this pretty
Our
simple
force
to
are
deal with.
flexible and well defended. This route's correct! Ammo! As I understand it, Ship Mistress Brahms ensures Grendel's agents are where he needs them, and when.
She bears a heavy responsibility. Or is it guilt?
As long as she stays on the right side of the Lexatoma. Even a blunt instrument has its place, isn't it?
May my deeds inspire your own.
Flame outside it! We go down there! That's it! The air quality, perhaps, isn't the best in Township.
Someone was once proud of his building. No accounting for taste, is there?
The trapper is neutralized!
Cause you to hell!
As you can see, we don't really care about keeping stacks very often. We get them so fast. It's not even really that big a deal.
I'm sure you must have heard of Saint Messalina. She is held in great esteem here. You should see Atoma during her festival.
Funny, isn't it? How the likes of Messalina are abominations when
Medicaid station!
The range on that is so deceptive. It looks like it definitely hits him.
Is that a med station? I believe I see some space.
Yeah, look at that, 2 stacks.
I've slain the top swimmer!
I am your judgment! Intent!
Finally, justice for its victims!
Better
Judgment!
What sound?
There's another thing the staff excels at. It does stagger people when you light them on fire, so.
Check that out!
All is as the beneficent Emperor ordains. You are in his hands, pilgrims.
My preference would be to focus on tactics, Zealot.
All is as it should be. He sees all and knows all.
I am your doom!
Bloody barrel! Have a care!
A moment! I'm reloading! Kill the gunner!
Hostiles opponent!
I am unstoppable!
Yes! Yes! Flow through me!
Make ready!
ident.
Now still! Ammo!
I don't think I've heard that noise before. Huh.
Scanning protocols engaged. Varlets, take magic box from pocket. Point it at things until it goes green. Even you can do that, can't you? That will be sufficient. Upload to the servo scan.
Requesting medicate!
Slower, efficient. But we have the cyber island.
Call the elevator, but remain vigilant. They won't let you leave without a fight. Behold, another flame rager!
Drowning! Drowning!
No fears for that lot. Continue with the mission. Follow me, and I will guide you.
Criminals. Ha! Always preying on the weak.
They got what they deserved. It's just a shame it took a full-fledged uprising for it to happen.
The beneficent Emperor has passed judgment.
I've heard tell of a realm of chaos. Houses of bone, pillars of fire, endless crimson skies.
No human life is related.
I am one with the wolf!
A ranger!
Cartel's ragged king used to bring traitors out here and throw them over the side.
There's a grenade here! Grenade! I concur! This fool is a stony one!
It is done! We stand triumphant!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, two flamethrowers make that really easy.
That's the rager attended to.
Fury does not come victim! Take it! Cover! Medipack! Ammo!
Take me with you? Please. I am so lonely.
You'll have to disable those security stacks.
I shall smite you!
Analysis recommends data retrieval at this site.
Ammo!
What's this?
Data stream. Acceptable quality.
Another ranger sent to hell! Ghostbuster!
Arthur! Keep it at a distance!
Brace for impact!
Your incompetence is showing. The interrogator requires a reboot.
Barely sentient.
Damn it. Of course.
I can only imagine you attempted random inputs until it worked. But it is now working.
Mutiny! Look out!
You have successfully reconnected. Now maintain connection.
Next is the part. Hopefully we can round some people off with that. It's like it is right.
Tomorrow should have set a plan.
Shirk not from the path ordained.
All systems green. Uplink restored.
We have killed the first. That hot flavor!
Interrogation approaching completion.
Yeah, I feel like 2 flamethrowers on the mission is really good. Well, a flamethrower and a flame staff. It's really good. Yeah, that's the flame staff. I really enjoy it. I think it's a fun weapon. I mean, shooting blue flames all over the place as a space mage is pretty damn cool. So. What's today? Thursday? Bazemore should be free. I can see if he wants to join.
Anything exciting going on?
I stand ready. What do you need?
Okay. We're gonna switch over to sharpshooter. Try out some of these guns. Apparently they buffed like almost all of them. Why does it do that? I don't understand. Alright, we're gonna let that load. Give me one moment. I'm gonna message Bazemore and see if he's down to play. I'm hoping so. Sarah got off, so he might not be joining today. Tomorrow, me and one of my buddies, Bazemore, are gonna get his Elden Ring co-op mod, seamless co-op mod set up, because Saturday night we're gonna be playing a co-op playthrough with that mod. I might stream it. I'll have to ask them if they'd be okay with me streaming it. I don't want to force it on them. So, we shall see. Still hasn't answered. We will wait for his answer. And we will keep playing, I guess. Okay. Alright.
These assignments are for accomplished operatives only.
Want this one. Ooh, no, I want this one. Oh my god, why is the damage so low? Maybe not. Damn, yeah, maybe not. How is the damage? It's literally over 100 rating higher and its damage is 20 lower. That's ridiculous. This axe is fine for now. I want to get a Curios that gives me XP, so those Curios don't really help me. What is
Delightful
this?
to see.
6 hours. Yeah, jeez. Alright. Let's check on the star.
How may I assist?
Nope, don't want that. Might get that. Apparently they buffed all the auto guns, especially the headhunter one. Ooh, a chain axe. It's cool. They got a bolter for sale. They got that one. Actually, I could... Do I have another Curios right now? I do not. Oh yeah, I forgot I got the plasma gun. So I'm waiting until I get to 16 to be able to use the plasma gun, because the plasma gun sounds fun. And then... I don't know why I was keeping these. So those I can sell. I think I'm gonna buy this Curios in here.
Is available.
Stamina. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna stack up stamina Curios on this build.
Make thorough examination
Because of
before
one perk I plan
accepting.
on getting. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that one if I can. I need to do. This was what, 350 for it? 360, 465. Jeez. Okay, so I need to do like 4 missions, 4 contracts. I'm almost done the ranged scab. Monstrosities. That one shouldn't be too hard. I just need 2 missions with a monstrosity in it. Scriptures, definitely need scriptures. Grimoires are a bit more annoying, but I don't have to get as many. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on scriptures.
For terror.
That's fine.
Can I provide... Oh, blessed Omnissiah, favor this tool of war. Praise the Omnissiah. I trust you are pleased, varlet. Interesting.
Combat ability regeneration, not really what I want. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but... Orthodox on missions, no. Corruption resistance for grimoires. Actually, that one might be pretty good, but I'm looking for XP.
I trust you are pleased, varlet. The work is complete. I trust you are pleased, varlet. The machine god is most generous. The work is complete. Splendid. And what do we have here?
God damn it, come on. There we go, XP. Okay.
And what do we
Thank
have
God.
here?
Okay. So we got a pretty damn good stamina, toughness, regeneration speed, and XP. That's pretty good for low level, not gonna lie. I say low level, we're like halfway to 30. Still pretty good. I need scriptures. That's grimoires. Scriptures, hey, and it's a small room. Yes, please. Low intensity, so less hordes. And small room assassination, which is the easiest and quickest of all the missions. So, yeah, sweet. So yeah, just so you know, the bump up, a couple, 2 streams ago, I said that tier 1s to 2s have a huge jump. I was completely wrong. I misspoke there. Tier 2s to 3s have a really big jump in XP gain. So, if you want to level up quick, do Tier 3s. I think you need to be like level 4 or 5 to unlock Tier 3s. So you won't be able to do them straight up. But Tier 3s are the best for XP, trying to get XP, because they give you the most for the difficulty. Tier 4s are just way too hard to do unless you have a dedicated team. Same with Tier 5s, but Tier 3s are decent to where you can do it with randos, and you get a really good amount of XP.
To see all the nice places. Watch where you're walking.
I hope you're gone before they flush the system.
The torrent! Bad stories about this place.
Make your way to the Ascender. We'll talk again once you're in the streets.
Oh, another glorious day beckons.
Storm. I just realized the other sharpshooter's name. His name is Stormtrooper. I like it. Hey, already a first scripture.
Extra rations, all right.
As you can see, everything in the torrent's falling apart.
Oh, damn, I knocked him.
Just where you want to put down roots.
Throwing grenade!
Grenade! Beneficent Emperor sees your work, Templar!
Here's what I'm here for.
Gonna sight it!
Come in! Head! Hold still, heretic!
Here comes! Close by! Die!
Stop! Gunner!
Beauty! You see him? Show me that ugly grin.
You cannot hide from the beneficent Emperor!
Military station!
Okay, this is your way into the hub.
Grab it.
Get to the friggin' stairs!
Or not to. We're not going to be coming down, and there's a med station above this too. If we need it. If we need it. This way. And you're not the only sharpshooter.
Stay alive
Please
until
don't
then.
take all of them.
Sigma something something!
You can stop worrying about the hound!
grenade! All square!
I see the Explicator has dispensed with courtesy for the sake of brevity. The beneficent Emperor has delivered
Going.
healing.
You've plenty of ground left to cover.
Medicare station!
Tiny bit of corruption I have. Cool. And we got 2 scriptures. Nice.
Yeah! Trax is 12! That's gonna be a problem! Hey there, something! No more Is he dead? Tell me the friggin' thing's dead! Fucking grenade! Eliminating primary target! Priest got killed! Man! Oh, God!
The beneficent Emperor works through me. Medicaid station!
What a jolly little trading street, I don't think.
Don't have full memory for the enforcer station. There's always time to fix that.
Get patched up!
Beneficent Emperor. Request acknowledged.
Forward!
I am judgment.
Never looked like this place. The water cartel desecrated it long before the heretics did.
Come, Joker, down! I'm away, son! Forward! Scriptures! Ranger! That's the Ranger down! trenches!
Medipack!
Flames are
Bulwark! Charging in!
Military surprise coming up! Dead Ranger!
My prayers for healing are answered.
Medicare station!
Crusher!
Taking a shot! Read about that!
You will die for your... Hostile!
Medicare station! Veteran, take heed! Ammunition! Our path is dark and deep! That doesn't sound right! Hell's Teeth, a demon horse!
Let it be so! A demon horse!
About frigging time!
Death is a mercy! Drag Gunner!
Corner! Engaging critical target!
You need to group up! You're far now. Find the elevator and let's end this heritage!
Direct shot gunner!
Right in the frigging head! Here, catch this! It's down!
Direct shot gunner!
Ammo!
May this grenade deliver! Holy
Top
fire! Ammo!
Guess we go this way! Outstanding killing! Just follow me lead, big man!
Skillful work, veteran!
You can always rely on the guard, priest! Heads up, women! Got a present for you!
Cowards! Come and face your death! My gunner! You have been shot! Damn gunner! Medipack!
Here for nothing! Functional.
Ammo!
Quickly! Come on, come
I'm confused. We break into jail, yes? Should be out, yes?
It's actually not a bad choice. Strong wall, choke point for deep armory. You could do worse.
Yeah, but it lacks a little in the way of comfort, don't it?
Ammo! Oh, adorable! You think that you're soldiers?
That's the best or that's the target. Go, go!
Can't miss, won't miss! Where will it die? Grenade up!
Sharpshooter, I love this lasgun. It is so good. I want to try out the charge lasgun, but I just feel like this one's better. Like, you don't have to charge it, and it still deals a shit ton of damage. Like, he was killing Ragers in 2 shots with full charges, and I was killing him in, like, I think 3 or 4. But I could hit him with 3 or 4 before he hit him with 2, so that's why I like it more. And I think it holds more ammo than the charge lasgun too.
Excuse me. Make thorough examination before accepting.
Need scriptures, which you just need 3 more. That was actually really good to get 3 in that one mission. And 10 more missions, Jesus. And then we can get that. Equip this. I think I want to try and get enough resources to upgrade this purple. Upgrade this Curios to purple.
Your weaponry is a gift from the Omnissiah. Treat it with care.
We do have enough. Cool.
The machine god is most generous.
But I want to refine that.
The machine god is most generous.
That's not too bad. Still gonna need more. So I want to get another XP one.
Existence seems...
We're gonna try out the plasma gun. I'm still keeping my Mark 10, Mark 12 though. So I love that last gun. Alright, so we don't need that, but I do want to buy the... No, I don't. It's less damage.
I will assist.
So let's see. Oh, I don't equip it. Oh, it looks like it might be about the same amount of ammo, actually. As the Mark 12 has. Yeah, I think it is. Huh. It's like 400 something, right? Yeah, actually it's more ammo than this. Although this is gray, and its stats are pretty weak, so...
Unit operational.
Alright, we're gonna do a mission with scriptures. That's grimoires. That's grimoires. That's grimoires. So this one we're gonna do scripture raid, and we're gonna try out the plasma gun. Haven't used this gun before, but we'll try it out. It's supposed to be an elite killer weapon, which, in all honesty, is not what I'm going for with this build, but whatever. Yeah, right now I have at arm's length. Makes it so even if I'm not near an ally, as long as I'm not near enemies, I just regenerate toughness. 1 grenade every 60 seconds, and then any elite kill in coherency has a chance to give everyone a coherency grenade. So, right now I'm just stacking up grenades. And then next perk, I think,
sometimes it takes more than a last gun to do the job.
Grenade
Unfortunately,
one.
the other stuff's hard to get. Lucky for us, the Chasm Station Logistratum is a one-stop warehouse for this stuff. You're to secure the area, grab the crates, and get them aboard the retrieval craft. Don't screw it up.
I think the messages.
So we're not exactly knocking on the front door.
Don't worry, you'll be in the thick of things soon.
Abso!
Okay,
Stay
seems
alert
to
for
have
the cubs!
decent amount of ammo. Not a lot, but not as much. Not as little as I thought it would.
Soldiers.
If it's going from 111 to 108 from a fully charged shot. Oh, okay, that didn't expect that. That's how you charge it. Okay.
Hold that pose!
The Emperor demands you die!
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this weapon.
Medipack!
No mercy!
Reloading!
Dead rate!
Reload is so
There used to be a preacher at the center of the main street. Likely he's dead now. They all are.
Come, pilgrims! There is heresy to be found!
Kill that!
A place to tend our wounds!
I'm digging in!
Send him to hell!
Here! Pop this!
Stand your ground! Heretics! In cover!
Still, heretic! Bulwark!
In with it!
away with that. 2 fully charged shots. And a normal shot did not kill that motherfucker. With my volley fire. This is bullshit.
Come! This way!
Elevator's out. Make your way down the shaft instead.
Face judgment!
Ranger eliminated! Right, cozy little place this is. Who the hell lives here by choice?
Only those who have nowhere left to be.
Ta!
Thank you. Eat this, ugly!
Not unexpected. Put your Victor interrogation to work.
Oh, get it, you mad bastard!
Get off! Get back from that barrel!
Data stream. Viable.
He's down!
Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator correctly?
Compliments of the guard!
System was green. Upload resumed. As you were.
Finish it now!
Data flow resumed. No interruptions. On Messiah be praised.
I love watching you work, Salad.
The beneficent Emperor is my guide!
Hawksbest! Sigma Minority 3-3, incoming!
Competence is shown. Interrogator requires a reboot.
I shall fight you! Give me a hand! We have need of your strength, Ogre! Don't like you. Remember that.
So you can't fight, Salad.
See the strength to be found in faith!
I can only imagine you attempted random inputs until it worked. But it is now working.
You get silent!
That's the big beauty dog.
Aid me, lest you be judged!
System access granted. Proceed.
Keep up the pace! We're not done yet! Beneficent Emperor, give me strength!
Hey, Shouty, get your ammo!
Right!
All is as the beneficent Emperor ordains. You are in his hands, pilgrims.
Yeah? Oh, well, how do you think it's going so far?
That's the Ranger dive! Ranger!
More enemies! They are coming! Ready to kill. What hell-damn sound is that?
Oh no, we pissed it off.
Bombing grenade!
No, go on!
Oh no.
Lazarus Rise coming up!
Block, you gotta block.
Help me up! Throw a grenade!
Fuck.
Look out! Big beauty! We need a choke point! That's how we do it in the yard!
First of many!
Any fight!
That feels good. Sure, I've had my beef with command, but I couldn't turn traitor like this lot.
Ah, there, man! All of them!
Are you afraid? Ammo!
Do you see that grenade? I need a moment.
Reaper! Can't miss, won't miss.
Let's hope the Karkin gantries don't collapse while the trains are passing.
Just
Well, the capital station's dirty secret. You can smuggle all sorts through here.
many enemies yet to kill.
Forward!
Coming in angry.
Beauty!
Thwart, Crusher, Trapper. Jesus.
I'm down.
Oh, he just got trapped, yeah.
Still
I think
need
we
a
lose
hand
here. Oh, there's a sniper too? Nice.
Help me up. Still down. Still
Oh,
need
oh,
help.
he got him. Nice.
Getting angrier. Won't leave you.
There's a med kit on my body. Well, where I died.
But the sniper.
There's a trapper still there too. Somewhere. Yep, there it is. Aw, damn.
I'm down.
Trapper behind you, dude.
Just what I needed.
Ooh, good dodge.
I'm bleeding out!
Did that trapper get away?
Consume! Soon have you all.
Thanks, boss.
Trapper, left.
This is the way!
Can't stay down there, veteran.
You'd not leave me there. Top slavers out! Up you come, Sally. Got the trapper!
You're leaving the subrails now. That supply track will lead you straight to Civil or Distratum.
Got to think more. Need bonehead upgrade.
You are as the beneficent Emperor made you. Be content.
No way back!
Incoming.
We fight in his holy light!
I've got you now!
Reloading. Cover me.
Grenade out!
Step out. Crash you. No more fight.
Headshot! Yes!
Heeding the Emperor's call?
Ooh, I got a gunner on me.
We killed that Carcar.
You can rely on me, boss.
Time to get back in the fight.
Your days are numbered, Buster!
Boss, boss.
I didn't notice there was two there.
Bear witness to the rewards of sin!
I'm on the other side of that train. Oh wait, no. Why did it move me? What the fuck? I was. Oh, on my screen it says I'm all the way over
Is there any
right
real
there.
difference?
That's weird.
Or can only Ogrins tell themselves apart?
Oh, Jester
Oh, you're
died.
not
I
going
didn't
to
realize.
start on about grey Ogrins again, are you? They're just a myth. Incoming!
I need some.
Whatever.
Stop you! Abomination! Kill it! Here, I've got you better.
Not dead yet.
Great. Got a lucky shot.
Under the soul, deliver them to judgment!
Red!
The light. Is fading.
Quickly! Help me rise!
Don't be a layabout.
We need those Skyfire defenses offline. Make it a priority.
Engagement protocol. Cover one Taurus.
Ogren! Feeling here. Salad. Ammo.
Jumper's gun! Good riddance!
Get that ammunition to the Valkyrie.
Free me!
Show us some of that fragging seal, silly!
The just reward and virtue!
Dead Ranger! Oh, Mauler!
Coming in.
Got one of the fraggers! Give me some cover!
I'm reloading.
Warren, nice.
Throwing grenade.
You have been given a weapon! Use it! No more bomber! Ready to burn!
Anyone know what that is?
First one's down! Talking grenade! He's down!
Get off, you lazy sots.
Beneficent Emperor bids you rise and fight.
Rod your ear.
All entrances and exits to this sector have been
Well, So I think the plasma gun is satisfying, and they definitely buffed it. Because it used to be you could only like do two fully charged shots before you overheated. And now I think you can do 3. But I definitely prefer my Mark 12 las gun. I think I'll bring it if we don't have a psyker.
Yes? Can I be of service?
Speaking of... And a power sword, fuck yes. I want both. I can get both.
Purchase confirmed. Will there be anything else?
They nerfed the power sword, apparently. So it's not as strong as it used to be, but still a power sword, so. Fisted enemies, not that good of a perk for it, but the deadly crit, deadly accurate makes it so critical weak spot damage. I think that's if you crit while shooting a weak spot, which is meh, considering. But let me go over the build that I'm using right now. It's at arm's length, makes it so that while you're not near enemies, you regenerate toughness like you're in coherency with people. So it's pretty good. Replenish 1 grenade every 60 seconds. Just all around good. You can lob grenades without a care in the world and let other people pick up grenades instead of you. Demolition team. You and allies in coherency have a 5% chance to gain a grenade on an elite enemy kill. So, just makes it so you can get more free grenades. Then I'm probably going to go camo expert. Makes it so while you're standing still, you're less likely to be targeted. And then probably going to go frag storm. Frag grenades apply 8 stacks of bleed to all enemies. And then counter fire. 25% weak spot damage during volley fire. And volley fire now designates all shooters as priority targets, so anyone with a gun, and killing a designated enemy during volley fire refreshes the duration. So it makes it so that not only do you get increased weak spot damage while volley firing, you also can keep your volley fire up a lot longer, because all gunmen are highlighted when you volley fire. And anytime you kill one, it refreshes your volley fire time. Well, it extends the duration. Oh no, it refreshes the duration. So, yeah. What's the duration? 5 seconds? So yeah, every time you kill anyone highlighted, you get 5 more seconds of volley fire. Which is pretty good. Because it's a 50% damage increase with ranged weapons. It's pretty nice. But the build I plan on going is probably still at arm's length or exhilarating takedown. I'm not pinpoint accurate with headshots, so we'll probably take out arm's length. Probably get either sniper or keep demolition stockpile. Those are both pretty good. Probably bio-optic targeting if I'm playing with a team. If I'm playing by myself, I'll probably keep demolition team on. Bio-optic targeting makes it so that all targets I highlight with volley fire will also be highlighted for allies that are near me. It's pretty good. Then I would probably continue to take camo expert just because of how necessary that is on higher difficulties. I would probably take Dead Shot instead of Frag Storm, and this is the reason that I was saying earlier that I would want to try and stack Stamina Curios. Because while you're aiming down sight, you have 25% increased critical hit chance and 60% reduced sway, but you lose 10% stamina per second. And every time you shoot, you lose 5%. So, it makes it so that you... So this is really only good if you're using something like the bolt gun, because it has a lot of sway. This reduces it and makes it so you have higher % chance to crit. With a las gun, I feel like it probably wouldn't be as good because you shoot a bunch, so that extra crit chance just for while losing stamina, it just isn't worth it. So I'd probably stick with Frag Storm. But counterfire is just the best out of all of these. Sustained fire makes it so that you reload your weapon, replenish 60% toughness, and kills on designated enemies refresh volley. It's okay. Honestly, it's not as good as the other two. Counterfire, one we already talked about. The bigger they are, 50% increased damage to Ogrins and monstrosities during volley fire. Huge. And volley fire designates Ogrins and monstrosities as priority targets. Killing a designated enemy during volley fire refreshes its duration. So it makes it so that you are a elite killer when you pop your volley fire. You are just designated. You are just dealing double damage to Ogrins and monstrosities just because of you pressing one button. It's pretty good. If you don't have a Psyker on your team, this is the next best thing right here to take down elites. Counterfire, in my opinion, is better if you have a Psyker. If you do not have a Psyker, the bigger they are, hands down the best, because you're gonna need that single target elite damage. But counterfire, in my opinion, is just a little bit better because it lets you keep your volley fire up more, because all you have to do is kill a gunman. You don't have to kill elites or specialists, which is really good. So yeah, if I'm using a bolt gun, dead shot. If not, probably go with Frag Storm on this one. But other than that, it'll probably be at arm's length, sniper, bio-optic targeting, camo expert, one of these two, and then counterfire. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to build for this character. If I do end up using a bolt gun, I will definitely use Stamina Curios for the dead shot perk to be more effective. Because it's only if you're aiming down sight. If you're hip firing the gun, it doesn't take your stamina. So fully unloading fucking when you're hip firing the bolt gun, it's fully automatic. When you're aiming down sight with the bolt gun, it's a single shot. So it makes it so you don't absolutely kill your stamina while you're aimed down sight. Unlike the las gun, where you can just spam that shit for 70 rounds, which will break your stamina eventually. But yeah, I am going to hop off for today. I will be uploading this on my YouTube like I normally do. And I will be back tomorrow around the same time. Alright. Have a good one.